Aiko was 31, elegant, sharp, always dressed in minimalist high fashion. By day, she managed the Tokyo branch of a global luxury brand in Omotesando. By night, she returned to a spotless apartment overlooking Shinjuku's skyline alone. She didn't talk much about her past. Most people assumed she came from wealth. Truth is, she came from nowhere. Raised in a tiny fishing village in Hokkaido by a single grandmother, she moved to Tokyo with a suitcase and a scholarship and never looked back. One rainy evening, Aiko's black Mercedes stalled at a traffic light near Ueno. She sighed and stepped out in heels, trying to wave for help. No one stopped. Everyone hurried by under umbrellas. Then an old man in a blue janitor uniform tapped her shoulder. "You need help, miss?" He barely came up to her shoulder. Wrinkled, soaked, holding an old bicycle. She hesitated, but something about his voice, gentle, calm, made her nod. Together they pushed the car into a side street. He didn't ask for anything, just bowed and cycled away into the storm. The next day, she saw him again, sweeping the steps outside a ramen shop near her office. Their eyes met. He bowed. She did too. From that day, Aiko began bringing warm coffee or onigiri each time she passed. She learned his name, Mr. Takeda. He never said much, but he always smiled. His hands were cracked, his back bent, but his presence steady. One day, Mr. Takeda didn't show up, not the next day or the next week. The ramen shop owner told her he had to leave. Something about his son coming from abroad. We don't know where he went. Weeks later, Aiko received a letter at her office. It was handwritten in careful kanji. No stamp, no address. "Miss Aiko, years ago my wife died in this city, alone. I never forgave myself for working too much and loving too late. When I saw you standing in the rain, I saw a girl who reminded me of her. Strong on the outside, but carrying too much inside. Thank you for letting an old man feel useful again. I left something for you. Look behind the shop." Confused, Aiko went to the ramen shop. Behind it, under a covered crate, was a small wooden box wrapped in cloth. Inside were a sketchbook with pages of her face drawn in pencil, a receipt for a prepaid year of meals at the ramen shop in her name, a photograph of a younger Mr. Bay Takeda with his wife, smiling under cherry blossoms, and a single origami crane with words folded inside. "You gave me peace. I hope this brings you home." That evening, Aiko walked through Shinjuku Join Park, crane in hand. She called her grandmother in Hokkaido for the first time in 6 years. She didn't say much. She just said, "I think I'm ready to come home for Hanami." And her grandmother simply replied, "It's about time, my girl. The cherry blossoms missed you."